Let's go.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gibbs High School matchup between the Central Bobcats from Knoxville and the Clinton Dragons neutral site game here tonight at the Ron Kelly Court in Gibbs, Tennessee, home school of Morgan Wallen. And we have the Dragons warming up. Last game, huge win over the Anderson County Mavericks. Jackson Garner with 24 points.
That made my night. Jeremy Glover kind of gave me. That's fucking awesome. It's just. Oh, I think I'm
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gibbs High School here at the Ron Curley Court. Neutral site matchup here, Central Bobcats, Clinton Dragons. Tonight starting for the Bobcats, we got number 30, 32, number 2, 4, 1. Number 32 is going to tip it off. Starting tonight for your Clinton Dragons, we have Lane Harrison tipping off, Rashawn Bright, Trace Thakerson, Jackson Garner, and Tyler Morgan. And Dragons win the tip. Garner with the ball, gets it over to Thack. Garner back with it. Baby scooped up off the court, start the game. Tyler Morgan gets it left side. And posts up on him, gets it to Garner. Garner pulls up mid-range. It's going to cash in. First bucket for the game for the Dragons. Number 2 is going to bring it up for the Bobcats. Gets it over to 32, left wing. And number 1 pump fakes on Harrison, slings it over to 32. 32 pulls, pump fakes, gets it 30. 30 drives in, splits them inside, and gets the bucket and the foul.
On charge number 0, Trace Patterson, his first two of the line shooting from Mott Belton Jr.
And Ahmad Belton Jr. misses the and one conversion. Jackson Garner brings it down, crossing up. Number 1, Jalen Harris. And Rashawn Bright gets the ball, guarded by Darren Bailey. And Rashawn cuts in on him, drives in, puts it up, throws it up, and it's going to be a foul. And I believe that is going to be on the floor, so Dragons are going to pass it in. Thakerson gets the ball. And Garner's going to come over to inbound, guarded by Harris. And they put up the shot. Dragons miss it. Board grabbed by Moore. Moore's going to bring it up for the Bobcats. He's going to dish it over to Harris. Harris gets it top of the key. And he's going to sling it over to Foster. Foster gets it to Ahmad in the middle. And they're going to put it up. It's going to be a Darian Bailey layup. Bobcats up 4-2. Faction gets it. Gives it to Harrison, top of the key, over to Garner. Garner gets it to Bright. Bright drives in. Skims the baseline. Garner saves it. Thackerson pulls up for three, and it's off to the front. Number 2 gets the rebound. He drives in, puts it up on Thack. Thack provides the good D. Tyler Morgan and snags the rebound. And that's going to be out, and they're going to call it Bobcat ball. Out on Thackerson. And they're going to look for somebody for it. Gets it top of the key, guarded by Garner. Back down to the inbound passer. He's going to up and under, and it's going to be a complete air ball. And that's going to be Dragons ball turnover on the Bobcats. And Rashawn Bright's going to bring up the ball for the Dragons. Number 4 is going to pick him up top. Garner's looking, sees Harrison right side. Harrison brings it around. Thackerson gets it left wing. Looking, gets Morgan up top. Morgan looking, gets it to Garner. Garner splits him, gives it out to Thackerson. Thackerson another three from the corner, and it's in. Thackerson drains. First three of the game for the Dragons. Thackerson 1 for 2 from deep. Hits the corner 3. Thackerson starting to get some points early here in the game. Dragons bench providing some good defensive support here. Number 4 gets it over to 2 in the corner for 3, and it's off. Rebound by number 1, and he puts it in over Harrison. Bobcats to get the offensive board and convert. Slings it over to Garner. Pass from Thackerson. Harrison pulls up way deep, and it's off. And number 4 gets it. He's bringing it back up. He's going to drive in. Comes back out. And he's dribbling around. He's going to look for somebody. Gets it over in the corner to number 1. Moving around. Number 2 puts up another 3, and it's off. 0 for 2 from the three-point line early in the game. Lane Harrison gets the ball. He's driving in. And he's going to cut and gets it back to Garner. Over to Thackerson. Thackerson pump fakes. Gets it to Bright. Bright back to Thackerson. Thackerson drives in. Slings it out to Harrison. Harrison. And he fumbles it out of bounds. It's going to be Bobcats ball. Another turnover for the Dragons. Number 4 brings it up for the Bobcats. Guarded by Garner. He crosses him right side, and that's going to be a walk on number 4. He tries to pull up for the shot, but slides his feet. It's going to be Dragon ball. And Garner's going to pass it into Thackerson. Thackerson brings it up, guarded by number 2. And he's on him at the half-court line, gets it to Bright. Bright brings it up. He's coming around looking for a screen from Morgan. Doesn't get it. He blows by him. Cuts in, drives in, over, passes it to Harrison. Harrison backs him down, and it's going to be tipped and stolen by number 2. And Garner, that's going to be good defense from the Dragons. Garner provides the defense, gets a steal. Thackerson gets the steal. Crosses over. He's going to drive up court. Fast break. Dunces it over to Morgan, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. And substitute for the Dragons here, you're going to see Jeremiah Blubbell come in for Lane Harrison. And Faction will throw it in for the Dragons. And Bright gets it left wing. Faction's looking, he brings it around left side and stutter step, spins, dishes it out to Garner. Garner for 3, top of the key, and it's in! Bang! Jackson Garner for 3. And number 2 crosses it up, tips it, and he's going to tip it right out of bounds. Loses control of the ball, another turnover for the Bobcats, Dragon ball. And Davian Truss is going to come in for Brashawn Barat. Another substitute for the Dragons. Garner bringing it up for the Bobcats. Garner averaging about 23 points per game this season thus far. Gets it down, throws a risky pass to Morgan. Gets it over to Doty. Blauvelt, left wing, guarded by 32. Back over to Truss. He's looking. Gets it to Thackerson. Thackerson guarded by number 2. He's hugging him. Thackerson gets the ball back out. He's dribbling around. Gets it to Garner. Garner looking. Spins around. Gets it to Morgan. Morgan up top. Gets it back to Truss. Truss drives in. Backs out. Over to Blauvelt. Blauvelt's going to pull up for a deep 3. And it's good. Jeremiah Blauvelt. Deep 3. Left wing. And it's cash. Puts the Dragons up 11-6 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Number 4 is going to bring it up. And 32 gets it. Number 1, top of the key, guarded by Blauvelt. Spins around, free throw line. Blauvelt's trying to look for a steal, misses, and he shoots it off to the front. Rebound, Morgan gets it to Thackerson. Thackerson looks, slings it to Blauvelt. Blauvelt picks it up for an immediate 3, and it's up and out. And number 2 brings it down for the rebound. Number 4 gets it, and that's going to be a wide open fast break layup. And Garner brings it up for the Dragons here. And Garner double team, kicks it to Morgan. Morgan gets it to Blauvelt, over to Thackerson, left wing. Morgan still up there looking for a pick. And Thackerson pulls up, crosses over, and drills the 3. Thackerson 2 for 3 from the line early in the game. First quarter, Trace Thackerson was 6 points already. Thackerson lighting it up from range. 4 gets it, slides. And they're going to give it to number 2. 1 gets the ball. He's going to look around. He's guarded by Blauvelt. Gives it to 32. He's going to drive in on Thackerson. Spins around, uses his body, and misses the layup. 30 gets it back and puts it back up for 2. Thackerson brings up the ball and gets it to Truss wide open. He's looking, slings it over to Blauvelt in the corner. Blauvelt looking, gets it back to Truss. Stolen by number 4. And Garner gets him, and that's going to be a layup for number 2. And he's going to make it 12-14. Dragons still lead by 2. 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter of the game. Truss has the ball left wing. Gets it to Garner, guarded by number 1 for the Bobcats. And he's looking, crosses him over, pick from Tyler Morgan. Brings it around, double team. Thackerson crosses him over, drives in, slings it out to Truss. Truss looks. And 15 seconds left. Time winding down here in the first quarter. Back out to Thackerson. Thackerson's looking, and he's getting smothered top of the key. Thackerson looks, gets it to Garner. Garner crosses him over, pulls, and he misses the 3 at the end of the quarter. Let's go, Thack! Here at Gibbs High School, Knoxville Central Bobcats 12. End of the first quarter, Dragons 14. Dragons with a 2-point lead. Thackerson starting off hot, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. Already 6 points in this game. Dragons looking good so far. Central playing a tough game. Very defensive here in the first quarter. Start of the second quarter here. Bobcats get the ball, number 4, right wing, guarded by Garner. Gets the ball down low to number 2, blocked by Lane Harrison, and rebound. Thackerson gets it over to Blauvelt corner, and Lane Harrison gets it. 3, doesn't take it. And they get it back up to Thackerson, top of the key, guarded by 14. New player coming in for the Bobcats, coming in the second quarter, 15 and 14. Substitutes. Rashawn Bright gets the ball top of the key, swatted by 14, stolen. He gets a fast break, he's running, and it's going to be sent back by Lane Harrison. Could have seen that one coming, and that's going to be, wow, they're going to call a walk on Trace Thackerson after the contact from number 4 on Central. It's going to be Bobcat ball. And number 2 gets the ball, guarded by Rashawn Bright. On the wing, top of the key, gets it down low, 15, and he's at the free throw line, brings it back over. Number 2 looking, swings it, and it's up and in for number 2 for the Bobcats. Garner gets it, bringing it up. Number 4 defending, he's going to cross him up, and he drives in, puts it up, slings it out to Harrison, crosses him up, doesn't take the 3, back out to Garner. Garner moves, makes a move on him, and puts it up. Smooth move for Jackson Garner. Put the Dragons up by 2. And the Bobcats are going to bring it up here. Coach calling a play. He's going to run the same one. 15's going to come around to the paint. Free throw line. Number 4 cuts, drives in and gets it on Garner. Thackerson throws it into Garner. Garner bringing it up, guarded by number 4 again. He is going to cross him up. Pump fakes, gets it to Bright. Bright dribbles, spins him, and drives in, pump fakes, and puts it in and good on top of 32 for the Easy Deuce. And number 2 gets the ball, drives in on Rashawn, and puts it up on Lane Harrison. It is no good. 15 gets the rebound, puts it back up, no good again. And it's going to be a foul on the floor on the Dragons. Bobcats will pass it in. Sensational defense from the Dragons on that possession. And Tyler Morgan's going to come back in for Jeremiah Blauvelt. Second quarter for the Dragons. Number 1's going to throw it in here for the Central Bobcats. He's going to look, gets it to number 2, over left wing, wide open for 3. Pulls up, and it's off. And number 30 gets the rebound. He's going to drive in, puts it up, and it's off again. Gets another offensive board, and it's going to be off again. Another offensive board, and he finally gets it after 4 offensive boards for the Central Bobcats. Number 2, 0 for 4 from three-point land tonight for the Central Bobcats. Rashawn Bright gets the ball, left wing, guarded by number 2. And it is a tie ball game, 18-18. Lane Harrison takes a shot mid-range. That's going to be off. And number 2 brings it back. He's going to drive in on Harrison. He puts it up. Blocked again by Harrison. Another block for Lane. Garner gets the ball. He's looking. Harrison wide open for 3. Gets it over to Bright. Bright swings it back. 3 for Harrison. Doesn't take it. Pump fake for Thackerson down low. And he puts it up. That's going to be a shooting foul. Thackerson goes to the line for 2. And Thackerson goes 0 for 2 at the line. Number 4 gets the rebound. He's bringing it up for the Bobcats. Tie game at 18. Still 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Number 14 gets the ball up top. Number 1 gets it top of the key. Back to 14. They're tossing it back and forth. Looking for somebody down low. Gets it down to 30. Guarded by Thackerson. He puts it up, and it's going to be off. And Thackerson gets the rebound after the good defense. And he slings it over to Harrison. Harrison step back. Gets it to Garner. Garner wide open. Pulls for 3. And Garner snipes it from distance. Puts them up by 3. Dragons with the 3. Central gets the ball back. They're bringing it up here, number 14, looking for a play from the coach. And they're just dribbling around the half-court line. No clue what's going on here. And they get the pass. It's going to be a completely busted play. And on the attempt to steal from the Dragons, trying to get it back in. It's going to be out of bounds on Lane Harrison. Bobcats get to retain the ball here. 32 is going to come in for 15 for Central. And looking for somebody to inbound it to. They lob it up, hits the rim. Harrison gets the steal. That's going to be a foul on number 1 on the other side of the court. Dragons are going to get a clean inbound here. Fackerson's going to get the ball. And he's looking, gets it to Garner, covered by number 1. He's getting some contact, gets it out to Bright. Bright stutters, gets it in, drives in, slings it out to Blauvelt. Pump fakes him, absolutely breaks his neck, but it is going to be off, overshot by Blauvelt in the corner. Gets it to number 1, pump fakes it, pulls up, and it's going to be good. Contested mid-ranger for number 1 on Knox Central. Fackerson gets the ball left wing, guarded by 14. He's dribbling around. Dragons up by 1, 3-minute mark here. Harrison pulls up deep from 3 and he drains it. Harrison right wing 3, drills it, puts the Dragons up by 4. And back to 14, bringing it up for the Bobcats. Pump fakes, gets it down low to 30. 30 double team. He gets it fumbled and gets it to number 1. He dribbles it, tries to put it up. Pump faking, moving around, makes a move, gets it in. Fackerson gets it, he's dribbling up the court, guarded by 14. He's going to drive in on him. Stops, puts it up, gets the pass, and it's going to be stolen from number 4. Number 1 gets it. Rashawn Bright coming. And number 1 finishes on the play. Bobcats tie it up. Rashawn Bright gets the ball, bringing it back over for the Dragons. Tie game here. Crowd getting loud here in Tennessee. They're giving them heck. Bring it around, Garner. Brings it out, Fackerson gets it, dribbles in on him, spins it, gets it out to Harrison. Harrison crosses him up, puts it up for 3, and it's in! Crosses it up. 3 points is more valuable than a dunk. Harrison gets the points in, puts the Dragons up by 3. And number 14 for 3, drills it after the push-off from number 30. No call for the refs. Ties it up for him. Garner's crossing him up right here. Number 1 trying to guard. He defends. Blauvelt corner wide open for 3. Misses. Gets the rebound. Number 30 does. Bobcat Bowie throws it. Stolen by Fackerson on the other side of the court. And they get it back over to Harrison. Harrison for 3 again. It's up. Misses. And that's going to be a push-off on number 32 for the Bobcats. Dragons retain possession here. And Truss is going to come in for Garner here with a minute left to go in the first half. Fackerson will throw it in for the Dragons here. He's looking, gets right up top. 60 seconds left in the first half. He gets the ball, trying to set up a play. Tied at 27. And Rashawn Bright drives in, pump fakes, and still puts it up, but it's off. Number 1 with the rebound. And 2's bringing it up. Guarded by Bright. Gets it over to number 4, guarded by Truss. Gets it down low. Number 30, guarded by Blauvelt. Puts it up, and it's in. And he puts them up by 2, 24 seconds left. Faction guarded by number 2. Backs him up, half court line. He's still guarding him. Faction drives in, gets it out, and that's going to be out of bounds. Harrison does not catch it. And 14 seconds left. Bobcats up by 2 here. And Morgan will come out for Thackerson here. And Garner comes back in for Harrison. And number 2 gets the ball, top of the key, guarded by Morgan. 5 seconds left. He's going to bring it over, and number 30 gets it out to 32 for 3, and it's off. At the end of the first half, Dragons get 27, and the Bobcats with 29. 2-point deficit for the Dragons here. Let them get a little bit chippy in the second quarter. Close game here in the first half for the Dragons. Hopefully looking to come out better the second half. Coming back to you live, start of the second half for the Dragons and Bobcats, starting off 29-27. That's going to be a foul on the floor for the Bobcats. Bobcats starting the second half up 29-27 here. And Dragons going to get the ball out of the court. Rashawn Bright gets the ball, top of the key, bringing it over, looking for a pick from Morgan. He's going to bring it back around, pick by Morgan again, and he slips and falls. It's going to be stolen by number 4. 30 gets the ball coming up. He drives in, and it's going to be off. Tries to put it back up, doesn't get it. That's going to be out on the Bobcats. Dragons ball. Action. Throws it into Garner. Open up the floor here. Garner, guarded by number 1, gets it over to Harrison. Harrison, hand in his face, gets it over to Thackerson. Thackerson moving around up to Bright. And Tyler Morgan, left wing, looks at Garner. Garner gets it and brings it around, drives it in, up and under, and a up and under layup for Jackson Garner. Good. Tying the game back up here for the Dragons. First points of the second half. Number 4 gets it, guarded by Garner. Back to number 1. Stolen by Jackson Garner. Fast break. He's going to drive it in and put the easy layup in. Dragons back up top here. 4-0 run. Start the second half. Number 2 drives in and gets the ball, passes it out to number 1. Number 1's going to pull up for a mid-range shot. It's going to be off. Number 32 with the rebound. And he's going to be wide open. Gets it to number 30 down low, out to number 2. He passes it, gets it to number 4, guarded by Morgan. Spins on him, puts up the hook. Off. Rebound by 30. He puts it back up for the second chance basket. And Garner brings it up here again for the Dragons. Over to Bright. Defended by number 4. He's going to bring it up, top of the key, over to the lane. Harrison moving it around, over to Morgan. Right wing. Brings it back. Garner over here, top of the key. Over to Thackerson. Thackerson guarded by number 2. Dragons moving the ball around. Bright gets it again. Rotating Harrison. Left side guarded by number 32. Morgan, top of the key. Over back to Thackerson. Thackerson shakes him and creates some separation. Slings it over to Garner. Garner's looking. And he's going to dribble around. Thackerson coming to help, guarded by number 1. Garner puts a move on him. Another move on him, drives in, slings it to Morgan. Morgan gets in the easy goose. Nice assist by Jackson Garner. And for the lay-in by Morgan, number 4 brings it up for the Bobcats. 33-31, Dragons up. 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 32 gets it, 30 free throw line, slings it to number 4. It's blocked! Absolutely denied by Lane Harrison, sends it into the stands. Number 30 denied. It's going to be Bobcats ball. Number 1 throws it in. Lane Harrison with the emphatic block. Great defense from the Dragons. And they're going to get it into number 2. Pulls up immediately from mid-range, cranks off the front, tries to put it up. Number 30 misses. And number 2 tries to get the steal. Thackerson snags it. Nice pass to Rashawn Bright. And he puts it up and under. They're going to call a walk, and it's going to be Bobcats ball. And number 2 gets the ball. Bobcats getting the ball after the Dragons turnover. He's bringing it up, guarded by Rashawn Bright again. He dishes it over to number 1, guarded by Harrison. And number 32 is going to drive in. Brings it back out, top of the key. Back to number 2, over to number 4, left wing. Down to number 32, spins. Thackerson doesn't get it. 30 with the rebound, gets it again, puts it up, doesn't get it. Another for the number 30, and he gets fouled by Lane Harrison. Multiple offensive rebounds, but the Bobcats cannot connect after all the second chance put-ups. But they will send them to the line for 2 shots here. And first free throw is up and good, as Jeremiah Blauvelt will come in for Tyler Morgan for the Clinton Dragons. And second shot here is up. And off front rim. And number 4 gets the offensive rebound. Number 2 gets it. He's going to drive in. Euro spins, puts it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say Bobcats remain on possession. 1 for 2 from the line, only makes it a 1-point deficit, but gets the ball back. Bobcats will inbound after the timeout. 33-32, 4:09 to go in the third quarter. We will be back to you after this timeout. And coming out of the timeout here, number 4 gets the ball off the inbound, top of the key. He makes a move, gets it to number 5 coming in for the Bobcats. He drives in. Number 30 pump fakes and gets it up and in for the Bobcats, going back up by 1. Garner brings up the ball for the Dragons, drives in on him, out to Thackerson. Thackerson drives in and steps him, gets it out to Bright. Bright guarded by number 2. He crosses him up, drives in on him, hop step, and he puts it up. And it's good. No call on the refs, but that is going to be good for Rashawn Bright. After the harsh contact from the Bobcats, great take by Rashawn Bright to fight through the D. Number 2 bringing it up, drives in for the Bobcats, and it's blocked by Jeremiah Blauvelt. Number 30 gets the rebound, and they call a foul on him again. And free throw missed by number 30. He gets his own rebound, but it's denied by Jackson Garner. They get the inbound, though. Bobcat ball again, drives in number 4. Garner with the defense, spins him, blocked again by Jeremiah Blauvelt. Dragons providing exceptional defense here tonight. Multiple blocks for Clinton here. Dragons sling it down low. Tipped off by number 30. It's going to be Dragons ball down low. Dragons throwing a block party here tonight at Gibbs High School. And Bright gets the ball, top of the key. And number 2 trying to defend. He's going to cross him up, drives in, and gets chipped up, fumbled, almost stolen. Dragons get the ball. Jackson Garner guarded by number 4 out on the wing. He's going to cross him up. He's going to drive in, and it's going to be a foul on number 4. And they're clapping for their own foul. It's going to be Dragons ball. Big Dragons fans in the white jerseys here tonight. Gets the ball out to Garner. One-on-one situation. Number 4 guarded by Jackson Garner. He's dribbling it up on him. He's going to drive in, out to Thackerson. Thackerson wide open for 3 in the corner. And he drills it. Chris Thackerson 3 for 4 from deep. He has 9 points here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thackerson putting on a clinic from deep. Number 2 tries to pull up. No threes for him tonight. And number 4 gets the ball. Number 1 gets it, guarded by Blauvelt. Back to number 2. Number 30 down low, guarded by Morgan, up to number 2. And that's going to be a traveling violation for the Central Bobcats. It's going to be Dragons ball, up by 2 here with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Jackson Garner's going to bring it up again for the Dragons. And guarded by number 1, Jackson Garner drives in, gets it to Blauvelt, and he cuts too early. It's going to be out of bounds. Bobcats ball on the Dragons turnover. And number 32 will sub in for number 1 here. 30 will stay on the court. 14 comes in. And number 2 gets the ball, gets it back to number 4. Bringing it up for the Bobcats, down by 2, minute 50 left. Third quarter. Number 2 gets the ball deep 3, and it's going to be an air ball, 0 for 5. Number 2, very cold, ice cold from deep here tonight. Thackerson gets it. Harrison dribbles over, crosses him up, drives in. He's going to put it up, mid-ranger, and it's good. Nice shot from Blaine Harrison, free throw line, contested J. Number 2 gets the rebound. And he gets it over to 14. Number 2 gets the ball again. He's dribbling around. Gets it to number 4. Over to 14, guarded by Harrison. Back up to number 4, guarded by Garner. He's crossing around, tries to drive in, and Thackerson ties it up, forces the jump ball. Sensational defense from Trace Thackerson here. And possession arrow goes to the Bobcats. Defensive clinic putting on from the Clinton Dragons right here. And number 32 drives in. They get the pass to number 2 for 3, and it's off again. Number 2 is 0 for 6 for 3-point tonight. Ice cold. Bobcats trying to get it together, and call here for the refs. They're going to get it to Bobcats' ball. Out of bounds on the Dragons. And ice cold gets the ball again, pulls from deep, misses again, 0 for 7. And Thackerson gets the ball. He's bringing it up, gets the rebound, and that's going to be a hand check for the defense. Oh my gosh, beautiful pass by Thackerson. Lobs it up for Sean with the floater. Beautiful dime from Thackerson. Dragons convert 42-36. Number 4, guarded by Garner. Other side of the ball. Oh, and number 30 runs into him. That's going to be a foul on the floor. It is going to be Dragons ball after the costly foul from the Bobcats. Thackerson's going to bring it in after this timeout from the Bobcats. Coach looking to do something about the cold streak. Not shooting good here tonight. Dragons coming out. Third quarter out of the timeout. Trace Thackerson gets the ball top of the key, bounces it off his head. And Harrison gets it back again. Blauvelt on the wing. Thackerson gets it guarded by 14. He's going to drive in on him. Pump fakes, slides around, gets it to Blauvelt. They're going to call a walk. And it's going to be Bobcat ball. Down by 6 here. 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter before we get this final quarter started up here. And number 4 is going to bring it up. Trying to get the call from coach. Guarded up top by Garner. He's going to cut, swerves into the middle. Guarded by Thackerson, puts it in. And 1 second left. Garner teases it up. And off by Garner on the full court shot. Final score of the third quarter, it's going to be 38-42. Dragons back up. Looking to head strong to finish out this game. We will be back to you at the start of the fourth quarter. start of the fourth quarter here in the Ron Curley Court here in Gibbs, Tennessee. Central Bobcats 38, Dragons 42. Thackerson gets the ball and tied up. Wide open three for Jackson Garner, and it's off. Rims out. Morgan snags the rebound. Back out to Garner. Garner makes a move, drives in, slings it all the way out to Bright. Bright for three, and it's in! Rashawn Bright for three, and he puts them up 45-38 to start off the fourth quarter here. And number 4, top of the key, guarded by Garner. He's going to drive in again, puts it up, and it rims out. Number 1 with the rebound putback, and it's going to be off the front. Rashawn Bright drives in on the fast break, crosses him up. Number 2 slipping. Garner crosses. Thackerson slings it to Harrison. Harrison crosses over, drives in, slings it out to Garner. Garner makes a move, drives in, mid-range shot, and off. Number 1 with the rebound. Dragons get back on defense. Number 2 gets the ball, guarded by Rashawn Bright. He pulls up for 3, and it's off again. 0 for 8 for number 2. Down bad, ice cold. Trace Thackerson gets the ball, left wing. And number 4, Rashawn Bright gets it, guarded by number 2 from the Bobcats. Morgan gets it up top, makes a move. A lot of contact from the D. Number 4 drives, gets it back. Rashawn crosses him over again. Hand check from the D. He swings it around, hop step, slings it out to Harrison. And number 4 brings it up for the Bobcats. Gets it to number 2. And back up to number 1. He's wide open. Pump fakes. Pulls again. Hand in his face from Harrison. Clanks off the front of the rim. He gets his own rebound. Drives in. Pulls up from mid-range. Needs to get a little bit closer to the basket when he tries again. Gets the bucket, though. And Rashawn Bright gets the ball back to Thackerson. Thackerson getting the offense to move around here. Bright gets the ball. Guarded by number 2. He's looking. Thackerson gets it. And guarded by 14, pump fakes it. He gets it over to Garner. And looking around, back to Morgan up top. Morgan guarded by 30. Slings it over to Thackerson. Thackerson drives in, out to Garner. Popped up, and it's going to be stolen, but out of bounds. Bobcats can't retain possession here. And 32 will come in for number 4. Garner gets the ball here on the inbound, guarded by number 1, right at the half-court line. Morgan comes up to provide some help. He's setting a screen. Jackson comes over up top. He's looking, crosses him over, slings it out to Blauvelt. Blauvelt pump fakes, gets it to Thackerson. Thackerson top of the key, back over to Bright. Bright's going to get it up top, guarded by number 2, back at the half-court line. Crosses him over, drives in. Speedy move, crosses over, and puts it up. Splits the defenders, double teamed by Central, and Rashawn Bright gets the layup. And number 2 drives in again, and he's going to walk, and he gets fouled. Drives in and gets nothing but 2 shots. Dragons up here by 7, 47-40, 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Team 40. Returning to Central, number 4, Darian Evans.
And number 1's looking right here. He gets number 2 out deep. He's going to pump fake it. Gets it down low to number 30. And that's going to be a charge on number 30 for the Bobcats. Coach is mad about that one. Not happy there. Charge on number 30. It's going to be Dragons ball. And we have an official spill on the floor getting cleaned up right now. Official call by the referees is a spilt water. A spilt water. Jackson Garner gets the ball, bringing it up for the Dragons. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in this ball game. Dragons up by 7. Guarded by number 1 in the wing. Slings it, gets the wheel over to Trace Thackerson, gets it over to Bright. Bright's looking, he's going to get somebody coming back around. He gets it over to Thackerson. Thackerson getting tied up with number 2, and that's going to be a reach in on number 2. It's going to be Dragons ball. They're going to pass it in here. And Thackerson will throw it into Garner. Garner gets it. And Garner crossing him up. And he comes back out, crosses over again, gets it over. Crosses him over again, gets it over to Bright. Bright's going to get it, half court. Guarded by number 4. He's looking. Hesitates, he moves, drives in, comes back out. Crosses him over, gets it over to Thackerson. And never mind, gets it over to Blauvelt, corner. And as he goes back over to Bright, Bright gets it, guarded by number 4. He cuts on him, comes out, needs some help. And he gets it wide open, and it's off. That's going to be timeout for the Dragons before the shot goes up. Score remains the same here. 4 minutes to go. Up by 7 for the Dragons. Back to you after this quick timeout. All right, coming out of the timeout here for the Dragons. Thackerson's looking, gets it up to Bright on the wing. He's going to bring it around back up to the half-court line. Drives, gets it to Thackerson. Thackerson kicks it to Garner. Garner guarded by number 4 again. Back over to Rashawn. Rashawn crossing him up. He is making a move, getting some good spacing. Garner gets it back there again. Dragons playing a very intricate offense here, drawing a lot of defense from the Bobcats, and they run right into him. No call. It's going to be a wide open play. They're just going to pass it around. And they're going to be double teamed again. It's going to be a foul. And some call on the Dragons. It's going to be Bobcat ball. Number 4 gets it. Guarded by Garner, top of the key. And back over to number 2. Dribbles it, loses the ball. Stolen by Garner. He gets it to Bright. And Bright's driving. He's driving. He Euro steps, and it's blocked, stolen out by number 1. It's going to be Dragons ball still. And Thackerson's going to throw it in for the Dragons here. And he looks, gets it to Bright. It's going to be stolen by number 4. Number 2 puts it up, and it's good on the fast break. And coach jumping for joy for a timeout. Bobcats down by 5. With 3 minutes left, Dragons trying to finish out this game. We'll be back to you after this quick timeout. Coming out of the timeout here for the Bobcats, Dragons ball. Garner gets it. Full court press by only one Bobcat, number 4. He chases Thackerson to the other side of the court. Back to Thackerson, number 4 still chasing. Rashawn gets it. Number 4 still chasing. Thackerson gets it top of the key. Number 4 still chasing. Over to Garner. 4 still chasing, and that's going to be a foul. Number 30 and Harrison getting into it. And number 2 and 30 jacking that jaw. And Thackerson gets Bright from the inbound. Back to Thackerson, over to Bright. Bright gets it guarded by 32. And moves around on him. He crosses him back over, gets it over to Blauvelt. Blauvelt moves and slings it over to Thackerson. Thackerson looks over to Garner. Garner gets double team, reach in. Thackerson gets the ball, gets it back to Garner. Garner double teamed again. Out to Thackerson. That's going to be another foul on the Bobcats. And I believe the Dragons are now in the bonus that will send them to the line. And Garner makes the first one. Second one up and good for Garner. Puts the Dragons up by 7 here. Again in the 2:17 mark for the game. And number 2 gets the ball. Ice cold tonight. Drives in and that's going to be a foul on the Dragons. Foul on the floor. Bobcats will pass it in right here. Number 1 looking. And he's looking. He gets number 4 out on the right wing, guarded by Garner. Number 30 comes up, pick and roll. And number 30 gets the D put on him by Trace Thackerson. Trace Thackerson puts his body on him. And Garner gets fouled by number 4. And Garner goes to the line again, gets the first one to go, puts the Dragons up by 8. And Garner, second one up and in. Dragons up by 9, gets it to number 4 on the inbound, guarded by Garner. Number 4 is looking. He pulls up from deep, and it's off. Rebound number 30, puts it up, and it's good. And that is going to be a timeout on the Bobcats, and we will be back to you after this quick timeout. Coming out of the timeout here for the Dragons. Full court press from the Bobcats. Thaxton looking for somebody. Gets it to Bright. Poked out by number 4. Out of bounds. Dragons ball. Bobcats coach and players must be watching a different game as he knocks it out, obviously. And Harrison gets the ball wide open, gives it back to Thaxton. Thaxton up to Blauvelt, wide open. Gets it back to Garner, and they're going to have to intentionally foul. Dragons are in the bonus. Will send Garner to the line again. Not a very wise decision for the Bobcats, as he has made just about every one of his free throws tonight. Garner looking to put up the Dragons by 9 here with 90 seconds to go in the game. Central icing themselves. And first one is up and in for Garner. And second one is up and good. Garner will put the Dragons up by 9. Minute 30 left. Number 4 brings up the ball, trying to do something here. Number 2 gets the ball, swings it around, drives in, puts up the layup, and it's good. Thaxton gets the ball all the way, swings it to Morgan, and back to Thaxton all the way over to Garner. And Garner double teamed, and he's fouled by number 4. Another one for him. Garner going to go back to the line to try to pad his stats. Central just wanting to improve the deficit here tonight. Send it to the line again. And Central coach says he's not taking a timeout, but he is taking the time to make a sub. Don't know if that counts as a timeout or not, but yeah. And they'll get back on the court here for the free throws here after taking the time to make a sub.
At the line shooting double bonus, number 3.
Garner looking to ice him here, putting him back up by 9 if he makes these 2. First one for Garner, up and in again. And second one up and good again for Garner. Seems to be the trend here with all these late free throws. Back up by 9, the Dragons are with a minute here to go in the game. Number 2 pulls up for 3, and he gets his first 3 of the night. Number 2 for the Bobcats scores his first three-pointer of the night after going 0 for 8. Big congratulations to number 2 for the Central Bobcats. And he's going to cut it to a 6-point deficit for the Bobcats. Coming out of the timeout, Rashawn Bright gets the ball. It's tipped out by 32. Coach infuriated after the good call for the refs. Rashawn Bright will pass it in. And Garner gets the ball, fouled immediately by 14. Back to the line he goes, folks. Jackson Garner sitting in his nest at the free throw line, back for 2 more. Garner hits the first free throw.
Really impressive.
Puts him back up by 7 with 57 seconds left to go. Garner up and in again. Back up by 8 for the Dragons. Number 2 is going to get the ball. Picked up by Rashawn Bright, full court. Number 2 tries to cross him over, almost loses the ball. Drives in on him, puts it up, and it's good for number 2. Cuts the lead to 6. Garner gets the ball to Bright. Bright pushing it up the floor, and he's immediately fouled again by number 14. It will send Bright to the line for 2. Bobcats coach stretched this one out to get an even worse loss margin. Unfortunate here for the Bobcats. Rashawn Bright shoots it. First free throw is up and out. And Lane Harrison will check in for Jeremiah Blauvelt. Bright's free throw, second one up and good. Dragons back up by 7. Number 2 gets the ball. He's going to drive in on Rashawn. And that's going to be a charge on number 2 as he drives in on Jackson Garner. Sloppy take. It's going to cost him on the turnover. And coach demanding a timeout very, very rudely. Poor refs have to hear it from him. He is upset. 7-point game, 30 seconds, not much you can do. Dragons trying to close this one out. Coming out of the Bobcats timeout, we will see Thackerson throw it in. Probably going to see another trip back to the free throw line here, as we're probably going to see an intentional foul, even though down by 7. And he gets it to Garner and over to Thackerson. Thackerson gets it and immediately slung by 32 to send Thackerson to the free throw line. And Thackerson will shoot 2 directly here. And both for Thackerson are off. Number 2's driving it up over to 32. Number 1 gets the ball. He brings it over. Pulls for 3. Hand in his face. Off bad. Morgan with the rebound. And he gets fouled by number 30. And back to the line. Clinton Dragons go to stretch this game out. Put some more points on the board. Bobcats coach corrals them in. Not too happy. Bobcats coach looking up for a 18-second comeback here. Morgan's first free throw misses. Dragons still up by 7 with 18 seconds left. Comeback unlikely for the Bobcats. If the Bobcats come back with 18 seconds, I will give everybody in this live stream $100,000 in cash. Number 1 drives in and gets it stolen by Thackerson, but gets the ball back. It's down low. Stolen by Thackerson again. He ties it up. I think they're going to call jump ball. Thackerson brings it up out of the pile. Looks like it's going to be Bobcat ball. 8 seconds left. Coach Slunkin calls a timeout. 8 seconds left, up by 7. Going to look this one over.
Start straightening it, fellas.
And Bobcats going to try to get the inbound for the last possession of the game. 15 puts up the layup and gets it in. Unknown what the call is here. 6.9 seconds left to go. Nice. 58-53. Dragons still up. And the referee is going to go to the table for the official call. And now we have officially accomplished the theory of time travel. 45 seconds have been added to the technical difficulties going on for the refs. Time management at the scoreboard fixing it for us. Trying to finish this one up here at the Ron Curley Court here in Gibbs, Tennessee. And they're going to throw on some Skinner to finish it off tonight. Still tweaking with the clock. We've got it back to 10 seconds. We went from 45 to 3 to 6. Now we're running it back down. It's at 4.8 now. I think we got the refs and the coach is happy with this official time. With 4 seconds left. Should work out for everybody. They might send them back to the line back here in this 4.8. Very likely from the Bobcats coach. And they're not even going to call it. They're going to let the game go out. Number 2 shoots for 3. Misses again. 1 for 10 tonight. And the miss on the dunk after the game for number 32. Final score here for your Clinton Dragons. Big win against the Central Bobcats in division play. They're going to secure the number 2 spot. and Dragons will be winning 58-53 here in Gibbs High School for the neutral site matchup. We will see you for the rematch Thursday here at Anderson County High School against the Dragons once again. We hope to see you then. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. I'm John Stokes. Thank you very much.